Hey everyone, welcome back to another Trailblazer Reloaded video. So in the last video, we unlocked our third and fourth relics heading down the path of an archer, then smashed out some more tasks to unlock our second region, the desert, and today we're going to keep the momentum going, rolling through tasks towards our third and final region and grab the next relic or two along the way. Let's get cracking. So in all my excitement to unlock the next region, I realized I jumped the gun a little bit and completely forgot to do Waterfall quest. Unfortunately, it's a prerequisite to one of the quests that got auto-completed with the desert, so we're going to miss out on that free attack and strength XP. Bit of an oopsie, but we'll be right, XP's fast enough to come by in the league. Okay, nice easy one to start. Quick lap of the gnome agility course to get our legs warmed up for the day. And once you're warmed up for the day, it's time to go do some harvesting. Picking some wheat from Catherby, another task complete. As I mentioned in the last episode, there's a lot of synergy between Kandarin and the Trickster Relic, so we've just been working at a thieving level and now we can steal from the Knight here for another task. There we go, 50 pickpockets from a Knight of Ardoin. There's another task as well from stealing from a hero, but we might come back and do that one a little bit later because we need more thieving levels for that, and I want to just do a few other things first. We got stung by a bee for another task. You would have noticed I've got all this hunter gear in my inventory. That's because we're going to make use of the Kandarin Hunter Trickster synergy real soon. Oh my, that took way too long. I came to get a steel pickaxe, 147, almost 3 times the drop rate. Let's get out of here. And putting our steel pickaxe to use, we mine some ore with it. That's another task. Another mining task down, 50 iron ore complete. And a third one, 15 coal mined and 35 mining to go along with it. Okay, I figured I'd better start using these hunter items rather than just running around the game with them forever. So this is where our Trickster Relic's going to kick back in. We can never fail any hunter actions, and when we start hunting chins as well with the box traps, we'll get them a much faster rate. So catching a butterfly, that's one task off the bat. And catching a Crimson Swift, that'll be another one. I don't know what I was on about then. That wasn't even a Crimson Swift. That task was just for catching any bird. This one is the Crimson Swift task. There we go. And there is a wild kebbit just casually smushed under the rock. Thank you very much. Okay, there's actually a fair few bits of hunter that we can still do, but it's higher levels and we're going to keep knocking out quick, easy tasks first, and then we'll go back and do a bit more of a hunter grind later on. So for now, I'm just getting myself up to 20 crafting so that we can cut ourselves a sapphire. And that is cutting a sapphire. Now, gem cutting will probably be our training method for a little bit while longer in crafting. There's a lot of gems we can get from the gem trader now in the desert since we've unlocked it, but we'll get to that a bit later on. One lap of Sears rooftop course for 80 points. Oh, that's a hard task actually. Yeah, there you go. That's really nice. 80 points there. Okay, we just managed to find a mine talisman from some imps, and I should be able to locate with this one. There we go, for another easy task. Teleporting with Brimstale for another task. A quick little quest for 10 more points. The wood cutting XP is not so important anymore, although it did get us a level. The lore runes are what really mattered though. We can get a couple more tasks done with those. Okay, so we cast a teleport with a lore rune. That should be one more task for us. Perfect, there we go. Oh, that's a medium task as well, 40 points. Sea slug done for another easy task, and it was like a 57k fishing XP drop there as well. That is, oh, a longbone. It's one fire giant completed, but the longbone's the more interesting thing here. We could trade that in for a lot of construction XP later, although it doesn't really matter if we're going to get Fremenic and we've got our fire cell, right? Construction's not really a problem for us, but that's still cool to get. And our little venture into the desert, walking through the gate, that'll be our first easy task in the desert area. There's no particular science to how I'm doing these tasks now. I'm not really worried about any sort of efficient pathing. I'm just doing wherever I am. If there's a task to do, I just do it. And 10 in a cowhide, speaking of that, is another task. Crafting one leather body for another task. And there is a quick lap of the Alkaridge agility course for 10 more points. Smack the warrior real quick, 10 more points. And there is a hard task for pickpocketing a Menophyte thug 50 times. Now to do this task, you actually have to knock him out. You can't just pickpocket him even though I have Trickster. Even though I had Trickster, you still have to knock him out like regular blackjacking to complete that task. So that's a bit of a hassle, but it is what it is. And taking a carpet ride to Softenin is a task, as well as just walking straight through these gates for 2 tasks back to back. Okay, now we can do Pyramid Plunder for a couple more quick tasks. That's floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, and that'll be our last floor for now. I love the desert, such easy points. I just realized that I didn't actually do room 4. You can see it's missing from the tasks here. At least I noticed before I left. Look at all these people just gathered around the gem trader here in the desert. The reason for that is because if you do have fire sale, then obviously you can just buy these gems up and train your crafting. And if you don't have fire sale, you can actually buy the gem. Well, actually, I can't show you by valuing it here because I've got fire sale, but you can buy the gem, cut it, and sell it back for more GP. So you actually profit, which means you can essentially just do infinite crafting training standing there if you want, or you can just use it to make a bit of early GP. Just had to loot back to the start of the desert real quick to cat ourselves a cactus. There we go, one more task. As well as entering the cow fight lair for 10 more points. Forgot to smack a crocodile last time I ran through here, but that's done now as well. We're racing against the clock here. We're on the brink of death. We just got to get this temple and get it back down to Simon before we lose to the heat. Teleport, get out of here. Last destination anywhere, just not the desert. Please tell me this is not the desert. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, that was the closest I've come to death since the jail guy got me in in the start of the league. Okay, moving our house back to Poldenich for another task, and that'll make it easier to get back to those Menophyte thugs now as well. And that is our first level 70 skill, another 80 points in the bank. Okay, we're back in Artie now to continue our thieving journey, and that is our first level 80, another hard task complete. Okay, we've graduated to being able to pickpocket the hero, and that'll give us another 80 points as well. These rates are just silly. 6.5 million thieving XP an hour. We're still on the 8 times multiplier as well. Gosh, I love Leagues, just some of the wacky stuff that you see. If you're having a blast playing Leagues as well, and I hazard a guess there's a fair few of you, given we just broke a record of 200,000 concurrent players in the game, then drop a like on the video. It really helps me out and it's greatly appreciated. And that is 90 thieving, our first level 90 on the account, 750 total for 40 points, and then also another 200 points I think it is for the elite task of our first level 90. Okay, so I needed to AFK for a little bit longer, but I just realized we're right on the brink of our next relic tier, and the passive effect of that next tier is actually going up from our 8 times to 12 times XP multiplier, so it definitely makes sense to just quickly knock out a few tasks, grab that XP multiplier, and then go back to AFKing. Okay, last time we were at Pyramid Plunder, I think we got up to room 5, so starting with room 6, that'll be a medium task complete. Room 7, now we're getting hard task points, so that's 80 points for us, almost there. And room 8 of Pyramid Plunder, another hard task complete, 80 more points, and our 5th relic is available. And this is why the desert is so good. There's just so many easy tasks like that you can do. And even here you can see just doing a bit of Pyramid Plunder will give you a bunch more points, and that's nothing very difficult to do, and it can be done pretty quickly as well. Okay, let's talk about our tier 5 relics. So first things first, which is the reason we came here to quickly knock this out, is that our League XP multiplier is going to increase from 8 times to 12 times, which is huge, and we can sort of start pushing a few more skilling grinds, although it will go up to 16 times in the future. That's a little bit far away. And we also get minigame points boosted by 5 times, so that's going to make all our minigames that much faster. But again, I think that can go one tier higher, but it's a good spot to start doing some minigame grinds. So in terms of the 3 relics available, Treasure Seeker, Bloodthirst, Infernal Gathering, I think this one's a little bit more of an easy choice compared to the past. If you have Endless Harvest, Infernal Gathering is actually a pretty good one. What it basically does is it takes your 3 gathering skills, and when you complete an action, so if you woodcut, it'll automatically burn the logs, if you mine, it'll automatically smelt the ore, and if you fish, it'll automatically cook the fish. As I said, it's a very powerful combo with Endless Harvest, and because there are tasks for 25, I think it is 35 and 50 million XP, there's a lot of points you can gather from those 6 skills very easily and very AFK. I feel like it's almost only 2 useful ones though, because fire making is not a skill that gives you much beyond the XP, and it's very easy to train fire making in the first place, very quick as well. Fishing one is good to help you build up food supplies, although again, you can buy a lot of food from the shops in League, so it's not too big of a deal. And similarly, the smithing one, you can also buy a lot of resources from the shop to do your smithing training, and it's a very fast skill to begin with. But again, nice for a bit of AFK task on the background. Bloodthirsty, I think a lot of people aren't too keen on this one this time. In the past, the Slayer Relic has actually let you choose your task, so you could just pick exactly whatever task you wanted to do over and over again, but this time that's not the case. However, because we have this passive effect from the previous tier, superior Slayer monsters are still at a decent rate, and Slayer points are going to be pretty plentiful, so you can just skip tasks if you need to. So given all that, it does feel like the Slayer task got the short end of the straw a little bit this time. There is a unique drop table, which is given a bunch of skilling resources, but there's plenty of other ways to gather your resources, so I don't think that's too big of a deal as well. And there's not a heap of tasks and point locked behind Superior Slayer. There are some for like kill counts and whatnot, but it's not the end of the world. On the other hand, there are so many points locked behind Treasure Seeker. That's always been the case in past leagues, and it's no different this time. I think if you're going for points, it almost makes it a no-brainer that you have to go for this relic. It makes gathering clue scrolls so much easier because they just become 1 in 15 rate. It's also really nice for quality of life because it has the lowest number of steps to complete, but will also give the maximum amount of rewards or rolls that each clue tier can give. And I think this might be new this league, that there's actually a chance to get a second casket from the reward, and it could even be upgraded as well for even more loot. So yeah, since we want to get as many easy points as we can for that push for Dragon, Treasure Seeker's a no-brainer for us, and this is going to contribute to a far larger bulk of points, so that's what we're going to lock in. And we now have our tier 5 relic. I think it's time for me to go back to AFK Thieving though, because I've still got a few other things to do. Look at that. It was already crazy before, but now with the 12 times multiplier, we're getting 3.3k XP drops and we're pushing 10 mil XP an hour. It's absolutely absurd. Leagues is so good. And that is 95 thieving for our first level 99, another elite task complete. And I think it's time to leave because there's a few other things I want to go AFK. Just before we leave though, I want to quickly steal from the gem store, which will be another hard task complete. And there's that Candor and Thieving synergy coming into play again. Now we could keep pushing to 99 Thieving for our first 99, which would be another elite task. However, that's only going to give us one more task. On the other hand, there are a lot of easy tasks and points locked behind magic, especially since we have the desert unlocked. There's almost a task for pretty much every level of the ancient magics to be cast, or the ice spells. So what we're going to do instead is go do a bit of AFK magic, just get that up in the background, and then we can start knocking off some of those mage tasks in the future. If you're able to play more actively, obviously I wouldn't recommend doing all these AFK activities. You're better off running around and smashing out as many tasks as you can. However, AFKing some XP is still better than not playing at all, so you can make a bit of progress in the background. Okay, these Ammonite crabs are going to be our home for a little bit. Let's just start blasting away. There we go, that's one of those magic tasks I was talking about. Casting a blast spell, 40 points. Oh, looks like these guys drop easy clue scrolls as well, which will be perfect. We can start getting some easy tasks done as well with our clue scroll relic that we just unlocked. Hey, we just got another achievement task there. Sorry, not achievement task, another Leagues task. Reach combat level 50. Okay, I think that's about enough AFK time for me. We got through an absolute mountain of levels there, I think. What did we start at? It was like 46 magic, 38 HP, and 34 defense, 41 combat by the looks of it. We are now at 65 mage, 51 HP, 48 defense, and 57 combat. Passing 40 combat is going to be really helpful for us as well now, because we can actually participate in Soul Wars, which I hear is pretty good during this league. We're still going to need some more magic levels to get through some more tasks, but this is a good starting point. So I decided to quickly knock out those easy clues from the Ammonite crabs, but we need a gold ring for the first one, so I'm going to have to get myself up to 40 smithing so that I can craft one of those, because I don't think there's anywhere in my regions that I can easily go and pick one up. Okay, I quickly had to kill a few chickens to get to 40 range. Now we can enter the Rangers Guild, which I think might be a task. Yep, there we go. That's a medium task. But the real reason that we're here is actually to grab ourselves some leather armor, which we can use for this clue that we're about to do. Okay, this is another little nice fire sale Candrin interaction. We can actually use the ranging guild to buy ourselves a bunch of arrow shafts and some arrows, and we can use this to get a bit of early training done for our fletching, just while we're running around the game doing other activities. 29 and 30 fletching knockdown, and we can just keep making arrow shafts as we run around the game. Okay, we've got our 3 easy caskets. Let's see what we can get from this. Oh, that's nice. So this is the really nice thing about the clue relic. We're always going to see at least 4 items in the easy clues because we got the maximum reward rolls, and there was 3 uniques in that one. So we've got 1 easy clue scroll complete and gain a unique item from an easy clue. Nothing for that one. And 5 collection log slots. That's a medium task as well. Very, very nice. Just picked myself up a couple of green D-hide bodies for our range, and I also noticed that my AFK mage training, I stopped at 1 level short of being able to go to the Wizards Guild, which is a task and also our main shop for all our runes. So I'm just going to quickly alch a few rune plate bodies, and that should get us there. Oh, and actually casting high alchemy itself is a task, so another medium task off the list. And kitted out in our green dragon hide as well is actually another task, so looking much more snazzy, and we get 40 more points for it. Okay, and entering the Wizards Guild, there we go, there's 40 more points. And since we're here, we can quickly visit the shop. Where's the Mystic guy? This one here. Buy ourselves a full set of Mystic, because why not? We might have to do a little bit of maging later on, so it'll just be good to have this on hand. Oh, I completely forgot that you need Hand in the Sand to be able to use this rune shop. And I just checked, and you need Asgarnia as well as a region to be able to complete it, so we can't rely on this Wizard Guild shop, which is a bit of a nuisance. Okay, at least we can get some of our high-level runes here through Ali Morrison's store, so not all hope is lost. Okay, so fortunately, I was just double-checking the wiki, and since we are planning to go to Fremnik anyway, there is Baba Yaga's magic shop on Lunar Isle, so we should get access to pretty much all the runes that we wanted regardless. We'll just have to wait till we get Fremnik unlocked, that's all. Blasting a seagull in the desert is another easy task, and that has got us down to 100 until the next area. It's the final push here. And that is a quick game of Temporos complete. I did not get enough points for a permit. Oh, so that doesn't count as a Temporos kill. That's annoying. Good to know. Okay, that time we got it. 1 Temporos kill. If you're in the mass worlds and there's a really full boat, it actually goes super quickly because I think the Endless Harvest relic works on Temporos. So when you're double fishing, it's doing like double damage to the boss, and it just, yeah, absolutely rinses him. Just a quick drive-by wave spell on this guard here for a hard task. Casting a wave spell. And then popping into the Cook's Guild for a medium task. Okay, so we're trying to get ourselves a Steel Dragon kill for the task, but I realized I forgot to bring my mage gear. I was wearing the green D-hide, so we're going to see if we can scrape through and get this kill. And that didn't work out. I tried to switch over to my bow because I was just doing no damage, but the Dragonfly just got me instantly. That's actually a task as well, to put a Mystic set on. I didn't realize that. There we go, another 40 points. Okay, that went much better. Amazing what a bit of magic bonus can actually do. And that is a task for killing a steel dragon in Karamja. And there should be another task as well, actually, for burying some dragon bones. There we go. And might as well take these steel bars while we're here as well. Since I've got enough food left over, I figured I might as well go for another kill. We need to get our rune light limbs from these dragons anyway to make our rune crossbow, so we're gonna have to come back in the future, but we could get lucky and just get it here on the second kill, which would be really nice. And this is going right down to the wire. I'm out of food, and okay, we got the last hit. Please give me the rune limbs so I don't have to come back. Oh my god, I actually got it. Wait, look. Wait, let me get out of here first. Oh, I can't believe that worked out. Always nice when something happens good on camera. Look at that. Steel dragons, 2 kills, 1 runite limbs. It's not like it's the hardest grind in the world, but it's just nice not to have to go back there and do it again. Okay, we can use one of these steel bars as well to make ourselves some steel bolts for another 10 points. Oh no, that's 40 points. There we go. Medium task. Figured I'd quickly come and do Tears of Guthix, 1 because it's a task, and 2 we might as well get the 1 week timer started. Couldn't quite get to 100, but we should get that straight into Herblore. Perfect, 25 levels of Herblore. A task for the league, 40 points, and we can move on. Hey, and there's a known ball goal. If I had missed from there, that would have been that would have been pretty unfortunate. Because Monkey Madness 2 gets auto-completed with Kandarin, we can search this crate for a little monkey and we can throw that on our back for another league task. I just noticed we made it up to Iron Rank with that one. Congratulations, that's 1 step up the ladder. Still a long way to go. And we just got a clue geode while mining for another task. So the whole reason we were doing that mining was so that we could get level 40 and mine a gem rock for another task. And smelting a steel bar for another medium task. That is 1 Cowfight Guardian, dead and buried. Might as well take this Guam leaf while it's here. Right, that blue dragon has joined the Cowfight Guardian in the grave for another task complete. Since we're here on the Isle of Souls anyway, let's go do a game of Soul Wars. Look at this, it's absolutely packed here. All these people running around, 2,000 people in the world is full. I guess even if it did get nerfed, it must still be pretty useful. 166 people in the game at once. That is ridiculous. Okay, my team got the win that time. 160 Zeal tokens, those 5 times minigame points coming in clutch. Looks like on the mass worlds, it's just rush the avatar. It doesn't matter whoever wins. As long as you're getting through quick games, you'll rack up plenty of points with all the minigame bonuses. So what we can spend our Zeal tokens on are some skills, but all of the main combat skills are pretty quick to train. I want to get some on prayer though, so we're going to have to go away and get 30 prayer, and I think I'll save some Zeal for that. You can also imbue your items in here if you have any items to imbue, like your Berserker rings and whatnot. And then the other big one here is there's a whole bunch of resources you can use. None of the blighted ones matter for us because we're not going to the wilderness, but the spoils of war are going to have a lot of really good items in it for us. So I'm just going to buy 4 crates just to get started and let's just see what we can get out of it. So you can see just massive amounts of raw resources. The rune plate body doesn't really matter for us. Heap of nature runes again, that doesn't all really matter. So not the best haul for us. What we're really looking for is pure essence. You can get stacks and thousands of pure essence in here to train our rune crafting. And you can also get adamant and runite bolts, which are going to be absolutely essential to our build later on. It's one of the best ways for us to get bulk bolts until we can do Vorkath and get dragon bolts later on. So I figure since I'm already on the Soul Wars world and it's absolutely packed, I'll just keep grinding out a few more games and not worry about having the 30 prayer or not just yet. Oh, okay, I am buggered. I've been up all night watching the Cricket World Cup and just knocking out a few Soul Wars games in the background. To most of you, that probably means nothing, but I'm sure there's a few Aussies right now out there who are feeling pretty happy. And so we're going to cash in a few points, grab ourselves a couple of crates, and let's see what we can get. Oh, there we go. That's exactly what we were looking like before. 200 runite bolts. We can make some onyx bolts out of that. That's great. Oh, and now we got adamant bolts as well on top of that. Wow, okay, this is going much better than the previous opening. We've got some diamonds as well to put on our bolts, and rubies to put on our bolts, and more adamant bolts. This is far better than last time. Oh, 200. No way. We got the pet. Are you kidding me? 200 points for a boss pet. I didn't even know what this pet looks like. The Lil Creator. I will take that. Oh, that was a much better opening than the last batch. We got exactly what we wanted. We got the runite bolts, we got the adamant bolts, we got the gems to go on the bolts to make them enchanted bolts, and we got the pet to round it out. That is absolutely glorious. Well, that's about as good a surprise you could ask for at about 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. I want to knock out a couple more quick things before I wrap up though, since we got a little bit of an energy surge from that one. The adrenaline's pumping now. I very slowly bonked my way through these 3 golems. I went from like level 6 to 27 strength throughout those fights. Had to make 2 trips as well. That'll be Spirits of the Ellid complete from medium diary task, but more importantly, a massive chunk of prayer XP takes us all the way to 49. That should unlock the protection prayers, and I think there's a task for activating some of them. Magic? Nope. Okay, not that one, not that one. Okay, it just must be protect from melee. Let's throw that on and get, yep, another medium task on the spot. So we can come back to Soul Wars, just dump in the Zeal tokens that we've got, and look at that, 67k XP drop, 55 prayer. We'll drop a few more into that, but yeah, I think they nerfed it to a cap of 1 million. I don't know if that was nerf or that was always a thing, but I heard there was a nerf, so it could be the case. Either way, it's still really fast XP and still well worth doing if you don't have the wilderness to use like the Chaos Altar or you don't want to use a Gilded Altar in your house. Plus, you get the added bonus of all the supply crates as well if you need to use those. And since we had such good luck on the last few, let's knock out a couple more and see what we can grab. Oh, a Dragon Mace, not too bad. Don't really need it, but I'll take that. There we go. That's the pure essence drop we were talking about. 5,000 pure essence. Who needs to mine it or PVM for it when you can just grab it from Soul Wars? And nothing much in the last crate. Well, that was another whirlwind of a day in League. Some really good progress. Some very good luck at the end here, grabbing that pet. That was pretty damn awesome. A nice way to end the night. We've got 81 tasks until the next area. 2,000 points into the next relic. We should be able to smash that out tomorrow. Leagues has been an absolute blast. As always, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And if you want to follow along the journey, previous episodes on screen. And until next time, have a good one. See ya.